If you are an NRI looking to invest in the Indian markets, you will need an NRI trading and demat account. The setup process is a little bit different from resident account. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly which account type suits your needs and how to open it online. Let's get straight into it. First, let's quickly clarify who even requires an NRI demat account. See, if you spend 182 days or more outside India in a financial year, you are considered a non-residential Indian or an NRI. Now, this applies regardless of whether you are in the US, Canada, UK, UAE, Singapore or anywhere else. As an NRI, you cannot use regular resident trading accounts. You need a specific setup that starts with the right type of bank account. The bank account you choose determines what you can invest in and how your trades will be settled. Now this matters because whether you want to invest foreign earnings, reinvest Indian income like rental properties or trade actively, you need to choose the right combination. Now there are two types of bank accounts for NRI trading. Each of them is designed for different income and purposes. The first one is an NRE account, which stands for non-residential external. Now this handles money that you earn abroad. It offers complete repatriation flexibility, which means every rupee can be converted and sent abroad without any restrictions whatsoever. Any interest earned is tax-free in India and it is designed for foreign income sources. The second type of account is NRO account, which stands for non-resident ordinary. Now this handles both money earned in India like rental income or dividends and also money earned abroad. It has a repatriation limit of $1 million per year. Interest earned is taxable at 30% plus applicable surcharge and cess. NRO also offers flexibility. So if you have income earned abroad as well as income in India, this is the option that you can choose. Now let's get to the crucial part, which is how can you set up your NRI Zerodha account and which route to choose. Now there are two routes again. The first is the PIS route, which stands for Portfolio Investment Scheme. This is an RBI mandated arrangement for NRI investing through NRE accounts, and here is how it works. You need a PIS letter from your bank and a special PIS account. Zerodha has partnered with specific banks for this service. You can check out the link in the description to know which banks we have partnered with. Now, after trades are completed, Zerodha reports these trades to your bank, which then handles the trade settlement and tax deductions automatically. But that said, PIS has some restrictions. You can only do long-term investing in stocks, mutual funds and ETFs. You cannot do any intraday trading and you cannot do any futures options, BTST, etc. An important note for US and Canada-based investors is that only a limited number of AMCs currently allow investors from the US and Canada to invest in mutual funds, while the majority do not due to compliance reasons. On Coin, which is Zerodha's mutual fund platform, investors from the USA and Canada cannot currently invest in any mutual fund schemes due to technical restrictions, but this option will be available to you very soon. The second route is non-PIS. Now this works with the regular NRO account linked directly to your demat account. This option offers more flexibility, which means you can trade in futures and options and even do BTST, which stands for buy today, sell tomorrow. To do this, you can simply transfer money from your NRO account to the Zerodha account and you can start trading. Now here is your decision framework. It largely depends on your repatriation needs. If you are looking to transfer funds abroad without any hassle, it is usually better to opt for an NRE account. But on the other hand, non-PIS accounts usually offer more convenience, flexibility, and they are generally a little more cost-effective. For long-term investments like mutual funds, buy and hold stocks, or ETFs, you should ideally go with a PIS demat account. For trading flexibility such as FNO or BTST, you must choose a non-PIS demat account with an NRO bank account. So the optimal setup for most NRIs is an NRO non-PIS demat account because it is cost effective, easy to manage and it offers maximum flexibility for investing in India. But that said, repatriation from an NRO account is subject to certain restrictions. As an NRI, regulations do not permit you to trade in the currency or commodity segments regardless of your account type. Now here is what you need for opening your Zerodha NRI account. You'll need these documents regardless of your account type: valid passport with current visa, PAN card, overseas address proof, Indian address proof which is not mandatory by the way, and bank account proof which varies by account type. For NRE PIS accounts, you will need a PIS letter from one of Zerodha's partner banks, which, like I said, list is available in the description. You will also need NRE savings and PIS bank account details. This limits you to equity trading only. For NRO non-PIS accounts, you just require NRO savings account details for equity delivery and FNO trading. You will also need your immigration copy if you are currently in India. Now here is the complete step-by-step process. If you already hold a resident individual account with Zerodha, you can convert it into an NRI account. To learn more about this process, you can check out the link in the description below. You can visit signup.zerodha.com/NRI and you can then click on Open Account. You can then verify your email ID with the 6-digit OTP and that becomes your official correspondence address where you will receive all trade confirmations, statements and regulatory communications. You can select between NRO for India-sourced income, which is repatriable up to $1 million per year after tax compliance, or you can pick NRE for foreign income, which is fully repatriable but requires a PIS account for equity investments. You can then select your country code, enter your mobile number and verify with the WhatsApp OTP option. You can then enter the PAN details exactly as per your income tax database. If you want to verify the correct details, you can log into incometax.gov.in/IEC/FO portal. You can click on name and then on my profile. Now at this stage, you will receive risk disclosure documents and annexures via email. You can then pay the 500 rupee account opening fee, which is non-refundable and charged as per account. Fill in the personal details including your parent's name, occupation, marital status, trading experience and PEP status. PEP, by the way, means politically exposed person and it includes heads of state, senior politicians, government officials, military officers or executives of state-owned corporations. Now this is mandatory. For NRE accounts, you need both NRE savings and PIS bank account details plus the RBI issued PIS letter from Zerodha's partner banks. For NRO non-PIS accounts, you just require NRO saving account details. You can then enter your overseas address with notarized proof, which is mandatory for all NRIs except seafarers. If you are KRA verified and continuing with the same address, notarization is not really required. For document notarization, you have two options. If you are in the US, UK, Singapore, UAE, Saudi Arabia or any European country, you can use Zerodha's Rupee Flow partnership for digital notarization through their app, which takes roughly around 2 hours. You'll find the link to this once again in the description below. For other countries, you can get your documents authorized through the Indian Embassy, authorized bank officials, public notaries, court magistrates, judges or Indian consulate. The attesting authority must affix a verified with original stamp with name, designation, authority or employee code, signature and date. This is where you declare your country of birth, nationality and tax residency countries. You can declare multiple tax residencies if that is what is applicable to you. You then have to complete webcam verification where you need to be clearly visible. You then need to upload the required documents like signature copy, income proof, PAN, passport size photograph and passport as well. You can add nominee details if desired, which can be added later as well, by the way. After reviewing everything, you will receive a confirmation email. If you're in India, you can upload your immigration copy and e-sign using Digio for a paperless process. But if you're overseas, you can print and courier the signed documents to Zerodha's address. The account will be opened in 24 to 48 hours after the physical documents are verified or the e-sign is completed. You can then start trading immediately after funding your account. Now, understanding how your trade settles are very important here. Let me start with PIS settlement. See, when you buy stocks, Zerodha sends a buy contract to your bank at the end of T-day. The bank debits your PIS account and credits Zerodha on the next working day, which in this case is T+1 day between 11 AM and 2 PM Indian Standard Time. When you sell stocks, Zerodha sends a sell contract to your bank at the end of T-day. The bank calculates the TDS and credits your PIS savings account on T+1 day. For non-PIS settlement, this works similarly to resident accounts with some NRI specific consideration. When you sell stocks, only 75% of the proceeds will be available for trading on T-Day. The remaining funds will be available on T+1 as Zerodha blocks a provisional TDS. Now this provisional TDS is released at the end of T+1 day, making the entire proceeds available. If there is a profit here, the actual TDS is deducted after releasing the block TDS on T+1 day. No TDS is deducted on losses. Now here are some very important points that you need to keep in your mind. Start with what you need. You can always add account types later. If you are temporarily in India, Zerodha's e-sign facility will make the process completely paperless for you. Keep detailed records for tax purposes, especially with non-PIS accounts. Remember the repatriation limits, which is NRE funds have no limits and NRO funds are capped at $1 million annually. Fourth, choose based on your actual needs. PIS for long-term investing with foreign earnings and non-PIS for trading flexibility with an Indian income. Fifth, SEBI has removed the CP requirement from 29 July 2025, so you're no longer required to appoint a custodial participant and get a CP code for F&O trading. The process is very straightforward when you understand the requirements. If you want NRI advisory services tailored to your needs, we've partnered with The Financialist. They provide guidance on taxes, investment planning, succession planning, and much more. You can check out the link in the description to learn more about The Financialist. If you have any questions whatsoever on any of the pieces of information that I spoke about, do feel free to reach us at nrisales@zerodha.com, or you can also leave a comment down below and our team will be happy to answer them for you. Also, while opening your account online, if you face any difficulties, do feel free to call us on the number that is shown on the screen right now, or you can also create a ticket on our support portal and we will be more than happy to help you out. You can find all the links in the description down below.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Brokerage will not exceed SEBI prescribed limits.